अंग्रेजी चिड़िया की खातिर देसी दिल मेरा तोड़ दिया मैंने छोड़ दिया उसे छोड़ दिया जब आए तेरी याद मुड़ के जाती नहीं दिल पे पत्थर के मुंह पे मेकअप कर लिया मेरे सैया जिसे आज मैंने ब्रेकअप कर लिया.
Hi Jonita, thank you very much for joining us. Welcome to Indian Express.
Hello Indian Express, thank you so much for having me. I have a question. Are you going to edit this interview?
I want to first ask you, how has the lockdown been for you?
Lockdown has been a roller coaster ride. That's the end that everyone has because it's such a unique experience. Nobody ever thought this was going to happen. And, there's been days where it's felt really, really bad. And then there's been really appreciate lockdown. I'm not going to lie. I had all the range of emotions during lockdown.
Did it actually hamper your creative process?
I would argue it actually did the opposite. What happens is normally we get so carried away with our day-to-day schedule. Whatever work is happening with the travel, especially as touring artists, people who do shows and perform, we're so preoccupied by the travel that we don't find time to just take some space and time for ourselves to be creative and to utilize that, that creative kida that we all have, that we're just, dying to create and make more music. Right. And I think that the opposite has happened, as what you said. We've had more time to focus on what we feel matters. So that's one of the positive sides of the lockdown.
I know you've got something very special for Christmas coming up on your YouTube channel. Could we get a little sneak peek into what we can expect?
So I love Christmas time. I grew up in a place in Canada where Christmas was very widely celebrated, and even at home we would always put up a Christmas tree, and basically it's a chutti for everyone, so we obviously have to take advantage of that and celebrate somehow because nobody has to go to work or school, so let's have a party at home. So we would do a Christmas party, and just in the spirit of that, even though I'll be in Mumbai for Christmas, here I think a lot of people really enjoy celebrating Christmas as well. So for that, we're doing a Christmas a song cover. It's called This Christmas, and I'll just give you that as a sneak peek. And yeah, it'll be releasing very soon, and it's definitely something that will put you in the holiday spirit.
I've spoken to a lot of musicians in this time, and I remember in an interview, Papon said that music will survive, but we don't know about musicians. How do you feel about the revival of music industry post-COVID, especially when it comes to indie artists?
I think it's very tough for indie artists. It's very tough for, like you said, musicians, the traveling musicians, because one industry that really took a very strong hit is the live music industry, the live appearances, and that is the bread and butter of a lot of our musicians. Also session musicians, the industry kind of took a pause. Even for film music, recordings weren't happening. Literally shoots were they were stalled because there was just so much uncertainty. And I think a lot of these musicians had to turn to other forms of income, like teaching, or it really became difficult. And I think it still is very difficult. But slowly now things are bouncing back. Gigs are also starting to happen. A lot of artists are touring again. A lot of recordings they're managing to do remotely. There's a lot more trust, I think, being put into the remote sessions. That always could happen, but the vibe is different. When you have a musician in front of you in your studio, you can jam together versus having to be on Skype sessions or Zoom sessions and stuff. So,
which song has been the one which you sang out of your comfort zone, but extremely enjoyed it?
So Breakup, the rap in the beginning. I remember when they told me कि इसमें rap गाना, and I'm like, why have you called me, guys? I think you meant to call somebody else. And then they're like, no, it's like sing-songy, and I'm like, okay, give me an example. And then that whole अंग्रेजी चिड़िया की खातिर देसी दिल मेरा तोड़ दिया मैंने छोड़ दिया उसे छोड़ दिया. So I had to channel my inner drama queen. So that was easy, but initially I thought it would be tough. Another thing is in Dil Ka Telephone, that जब आए तेरी याद मुड़ के जाती नहीं, like that very nasal sound I had to do. So these are all things that I guess I had in me, but I didn't ever have to channel until I got these platforms. So
If you had to sing a song for the year that 2020 has been, what would that song be?
Is there a song that's based on a roller coaster ride or like a bag of surprises? Help me out, help me out. Or like a ye kya tha? This year we lost one of our favorite personalities. One thing, like, I always remember him now through the song because I've sung for his film and I feel very honored. So I'd love to sing one line. Tum na hui mere to kya, haan tum na hui mere to kya, मैं तुम्हारा मैं तुम्हारा मैं तुम्हारा रहा